Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome to the basic challenge. So let's talk about how you can keep your room cool, comfortable in this hot summer day. You don't have to use any air conditioner. Another important thing is the methods and the setups and techniques I will show you. It will very cost efficient, cheap, but you will get a long lasting solution from the overheating problem in your room. It is quite hot outside today. The average temperature is 32 degrees Celsius, and the worst thing is the moisture is 79%, or sometimes it is becoming 80% as well. So it is not very comfortable. Let's talk about my setup. First thing I did is I fixed the overheating problem from the top or the ceiling, because majority of the time the heat comes from the ceiling, because the sunlight directly fell on it and it become overheated, and eventually the heat came to your room. So let's see how I encounter this problem. So this is the rooftop of our building. So immediately below this floor is my room, and the sunlight directly falls this here. So the rooftop or even the ceiling of my room become very hot. So what I did, I put some plants and other things just to protect this area, my room area, getting direct sunlight. So eventually this space don't get direct sunlight, and it remains cools down all day. Compared to that side, and compared to that side to this side remains cooler compared to that side, because that part of our house get direct sunlight, but this part doesn't. So let's get back to my room. After preventing the overheat of your ceiling, the next important thing is to prevent direct sunlight entering in your room. You may have 1, 2, 3 window in your room. Like I have one window here, another here, and the worst of them all, this one. From these two window, I don't get any direct sunlight, or the sunlight do not directly project inside the room. But this window, this one project direct sunlight, and the sunlight directly projected from here to here and all the way here. So because of that, the room become overheated, and sometimes this becomes so unbearable. I felt like I was inside a pressure cooker. So what I did, I put a shield to prevent the sunlight directly entering in the room. I put 3 shields. This one is here, 1, 2, 3, so that no matter what, the heat that will produce from the sunlight do not pass inside the room. So after preventing entering direct sunlight in your room, and also preventing the overheat of your rooftop, your room will eventually become cool compared to the outside. And the next thing, you have to make sure your room has enough air circulation. By air circulation I mean the outside air have to come into your room and also get outside of your room as well. To enter the outside air in my room, I have set this evaporative cooler. I will tell how it functions. It enters the outside air inside the room, and also it is very important to make sure the air come from the outside, do not stay in your room. It has to leave immediately. So for that I have adjusted two fan. This called cooler fan or blower fan. It sucks all the air inside my room and blow it outside. This blowing is important because if you only enter the air inside your room but you do not give any opportunity that air to go outside or pass away, that air will make the overall environment uncomfortable, and most importantly that air might get hot eventually because you are breathing and you are releasing carbon dioxide. Also your wall release heat that makes the inside air hotter. So airflow is the second most step to keep the room not just cool but you have to feel comfortable as well. So the outside air in summer days usually become hotter, quickly hotter comparatively the air you have inside your room. You can do two things. One, you can shut the window of your room and partially open it just to make some airflow, and use like ceiling fan or other portable fan to to enjoy the coolness you have inside your room. So another thing you can do, suppose you are feeling that the air inside your room is getting hotter and you are feeling little uncomfortable, you can use a evaporative cooler. This machine use water, and this water make this pad, this is called honeycomb pad, wet and also cool. So when the hot air from the outside pass through this, the eventually the hot air become cooler and it gets out from here. So suppose let's assume that today the temperature is 32 degrees Celsius and also the air is also the same 2 degrees Celsius. When you will use this machine, the airflow will come from this machine will decrease to at least 30 to 31 degree. What I am trying to say this, if you use this kind of evaporative cooler machine, the air that comes out of this machine will cool down the hot air, and averagely the air cools down from 1 to 3 degrees, sometimes 3 degree as well, depending on the humidity outside of the outside air and also the temperature as well. So when you push the hot air from this machine and get the cool air inside your room, the air of your room will become cool. So we are getting cool air by this machine. That is very good, but one thing you have to be in mind, that this machine will increase the moisture inside your room. This machine will provide cool air, that's fine, but also because this machine is using water to cool down the hot air, the moisture inside your room will increase. So you have to make sure the air that comes from this machine immediately pass out from your room. That's why I have set up this blower fan. Because of that, the air inside the room don't get the chance to increase the humidity, because if the humidity increase inside the room, I will feel uncomfortable. So make sure you use a blower fan, and this blower fan is awesome. These two fans are small, but they have very fine sucking capability. So when the air gets from this machine and cools down the air inside the room, and immediately the air gets sucked outside the room, and so we are getting a cool air, comfortable environment. And this kind of evaporative cooler costs around $90 to $100 to $110, and this kind of blower will cost you only $5 to $7. For your convenience, I will put the product link in the description box, so feel free to check out. So to recap everything, let me repeat. First, you have to make sure you prevent the rooftop from overheating. Second, prevent direct sunlight entering inside the room. Third, if you use any evaporative cooler, make sure you immediately suck out the air inside your room outside through any blower fan or any other kinds of fan if you have any. So by following this process, I hope you will find a better solution from this extreme hot summer day. Comparatively, I am getting a better result before I use these setups, so I hope you will also get some results as well. Thank you for watching.